Welcome back to Brute Strength Day 80, everyone. For this one, I had one of the best lower body trainings that I have in the last couple of weeks, since basically having the hamstring strain, like holding me out for like 1 week, and the quad injury. And I was a little bit tired because it was after lower body Saturday, or the test for the sports science study on Sunday, and then I did this lower body training on Monday. I basically had like 20 kilometers on the bicycle the day before the test, with all the swimming and the football match and stuff like that. Um, but it felt good to be back in, um, having had 3 good trainings in a row, being back into a solid rhythm, because over the last couple of months, like since working on the ebook like really hard for a couple of weeks, then just focusing a huge amount of you on YouTube, and a lot of and preparing a lot of content, and then the test and the swimming stuff like that. It's been hard to really get in a rhythm, which is also why I've gotten these injuries, because my sleep has not been optimal. And I don't want to make up excuses. Like, I still have things that I can improve on and not waste time in certain areas. Scrolling social media, it's always things that I'm working on, and I think that everyone should be always trying to improve upon. One of the things that I'm at least slowly noticing is that I feel less of an responsibility to always be available and post on social media, and I'm glad that I don't have that like need to always post and stuff like that, and always be active, like because for me, like, that feels like it can be a huge burden, and I think a lot of people can probably relate to that in a lot of ways. Like, I mean, social media brings a lot of good things, like being able to connect with people across the world that are similar to you in the things they train and practice, and you can easily contact them, that what you couldn't do before. But it also brings a lot of anxiety, stuff like that. Feels like you're missing out on stuff, always having to post and stuff like that, and people have to see you. It's like, if you don't are not active, like, you begin to think that people will believe you're not alive anymore, especially if you have been posting a lot before. So that is one of the habits that I'm really working on trying to break out of. And it's definitely going forward. Like, I don't feel the need to constantly post like things from my life and stuff like that. Instead, I'm just doing what I want to do, and I feel like I have joy doing, instead of trying to please others' needs. That's why I'm focusing so much on YouTube, especially like, a lot of people will try to fit in like certain ways, train in a certain way that they maybe don't like. Like, they'll do powerlifting just because maybe there's more money in that, or something like that, more fame, instead of doing something they actually like, training in a way they actually love, which will, in the long run, probably give them better results. But obviously, people want to earn money, stuff like that, or they want to feel like there is a really good reason to um to do certain things, rather than things just being abstract and being done for the pure joy of just doing the thing. So that is like probably the biggest thing that I'm working on recently, and it feels good to not have that feeling of missing out, and like jealousy, all that kind of things. Spending less time on social media, I gotta say that. And the second thing is just being able to get at least 7 hours of sleep at night, every single night. That is my second goal. And then get up like between 8 to 9 hours with my nap after work, but slowly work up to getting like 9 hours of sleep every single night. That is gonna be the second stable in terms of bringing me to the next level. And I've been getting a good amount of sleep these last couple of days. I'm trying to work on not like watching extra episode or something on a series, and instead like maybe reading a little bit in a book, winding down, doing some breath work, taking a hot shower, something that will get me in a relaxed state and help me fall asleep easier and stay asleep easier. So for the training here, the safety squat bar squats I started out with, I did 3 sets of 5 at 140. So not a huge amount of weight, but I would probably have done like 4 reps, maybe 5 more in the last set. So just did something easy because my legs, they were cooked, like especially my quads from the cycling. Yeah, and basically like safety squat bars are like 11%, 10% harder, let's say online, and it feels like that way for me too because I can do like maybe 2 pause with 175, and I can do 5 with straight bar with 175 long pause. So that pretty much adds up. And then I did like good mornings, 6 sets of 4 with 92.5 kg, and it felt a lot better than I expected it to because while I was working and walked around a lot, I felt a little bit of tiredness in my hamstrings. Um, but during the good mornings, everything were absolutely fine, and the bar wasn't rolling at all. That's one of the great things that I have been able to work on, really getting that depression of the shoulder and like constantly pushing down on the bar to make it totally intact. Because earlier, even when I was doing like sets with 82.5 kg, 80 kg, the bar would sometimes roll up on the top of my neck and I had to adjust a little bit. But I've been able to work on that so that doesn't happen at all any longer. So yeah, I managed to do the 6 sets of 4 just 2 days later after doing the 6 sets of 3 and a set of 6. So that felt really good, and even on the last rep, I was able to pause it for over a second. So some solid progress being made. Should be able to hit the 6 times 95 in 3 weeks with some in the tank as well. That is very reassuring. And then after the Madrid holiday, going to Madrid to hear Metallica, going for 10 days, I'll be back home, ready to take off the 6 to 10 reps with 100 kg hopefully. And after that, I'll give a crack at 300 kilo deadlift. And obviously, if I can do more than that, I'll do more than that. But at least 300 is going to be the goal at like 95 kilo body weight. And honestly, can't wait to do that. I'm excited to show that training this way works. You don't have to do deadlifts. You can do other variations that are similar in the same movement pattern, where you're not lifting nearly as much combined weight, but still getting the same stimulus. And just to show that that's basically what it's all about. Yeah, and then I also did bicep curls, really slow and controlled today. As I've said, just fucking slow down the accessory work, keep it strict, because you can go to failure with less fatigue. So I did 13 reps with 43 kg, then I did 10, and then I did 8. That was really good. And then I did 11 with 38 kg. Then I did a couple of sets of leg extension, 3 sets of like 7, and then an all-out set. So now I have a baseline to improve upon. I did 16 in the all-out set, so I'll be able to do next time 888 and then 17 with the 66 kg. And then to end the training, really good stuff on the Nordics. We're able to get 2 sets of 10 reps. I think I might actually have done 11 in the last set, but obviously the sets get a little bit worse. But I have noticed that on the eccentrics, I'm able to keep my hips fully unlocked. So it's basically just a strength issue. On the concentric, where I'm just not strong enough in my glutes and my hamstrings on the way up to stay extended, and the form breaks down a little bit. But I'm still gonna count it because that's how my reps have always been. And being able to do 2 sets like that is really good. Yeah, and then just another set of hair up curls to end with. But I'm glad to be back at in a proper schedule with good training. Hopefully, this is the beginning of a really long period of uptrending strength in all areas, and I can't wait to get into this period of training. I'll see you all next time. I'm out. Peace.